Whoa. Okay. Oh my God. This light is really weird. I have no makeup on my face, so we're going to do my makeup while I do the video. So I was not going to come out until tomorrow, Saturday, but tonight something happened today is Friday, and the 30th, and Esme Bianco, actress, model, bondage, fetish model, now official accuser of Marilyn Manson, she filed a report. This is not BS. She filed a report. I'm going to read right now. It came out Rolling Stones. I don't know if Rolling Stone magazine is doing all this like crime stuff. I don't know if they're supposed to do that, or because maybe they do that because it's COVID, so they have to put content online. Marilyn Manson sued for sexual assault, sex trafficking, etc., by Game of Thrones actress Esme Bianco. Game of Thrones actress Esme Bianco sued Marilyn Manson and his former manager Tony Kula. So she is suing Manson and the whole team of management, which is really peculiar that she will do that. Because first of all, Tony Kula, his manager, already dropped him about 2 months ago. But anyway, Esme alleges that the singer raped her and sexually battered her. The complaint filed Friday, which is today, in the United States District Court of the Central District of California, also claimed that Manson, whose real name is Brian Warner, and Tony Kula, his management company, violated human trafficking laws by bringing her from London, UK, to Los Angeles, California, under the pretense that she will be acting in a music video that never came out and a film that was never made. That's the human trafficking part that she's filing a report against. The British actress who played Ross on the hit HBO Game of Thrones was one of more than a dozen women to speak out against a rock shocker, and they put this in red letters earlier this year. In February, she detailed the alleged abuse stemming from her relationship with Brian Warner when they were a couple in 2011. In an interview with New York Magazine on Friday, she added fresh claims in the new legal filing. This is today. She did this interview today, and her lawyer filed the report today. That's what I'm like, been out of shape about it. Sorry. So she added fresh claims, saying the complaint marks the first legal action against Brian Warner since allegations of sexual and physical abuse surfaced this year. Now, she added the human trafficking thing now, officially. So like I said in previous videos, she didn't file anything. Accuse him on Instagram. It's not accusing. Well, she filed this today. So now it's more, I'm not taking it serious. I think she's lying through her teeth. But now it's more of a case. And the good thing about this is that now Manson and his lawyers, probably not him, but his lawyers can actually respond. And this can be more of a case instead of a social media bullshit allegations. So if this is more of a case, then he will win against her because she doesn't have a good record of her past. And we all know what she did, what she was doing. And this is preposterous, especially the human trafficking part. It's ridiculous. But anyway, so this is more of a case like it happened with Johnny and Amber Heard in the beginning. Then maybe, just maybe, he has more of a chance to defend himself. So as bad as I think this is what she files a bunch of BS, I'm kind of glad that she did, because this will make giving him a choice to file back. Because now it's all been like Instagram, or go talk to the Sun or to the New Yorker or the Washington Post. It's just that. Press is not like going to the cops. Filing is a different story. She filed this today. So she said Mr. Warner, Manson, used drugs, forced drugs, and threats of force to court sexual acts against Mr. Bianco on multiple occasions during 2011. The lawsuit says Mr. Warner raped Mr. Bianco this is really weird, in or around May 11. I am not making fun of her. I think a rape once is as important as a rape 200 times. I don't think I'm not trying to say like, oh, well, she only got raped once, she shouldn't file. But it's weird that they put she in or around May 2011. This is strange to me, the way it's worded. It goes on to claim that Manson committed sexual acts with Bianco at times when she was unconscious or unable to consent. And the list of ways she claims he sexually battered her, these acts included spanking, biting, cutting, and whipping Esme Bianco buttocks, so her butt, and her breast and genitals for Mr. Warner's sexual gratification, all without the consent. Okay, all without her consent because she was unconscious, supposedly, right? Okay, so it keeps going. This is fresh today. It keeps going. Esme alleged that Warner violated California laws. Oh my God, this is the part that I can't get my head around it. I didn't even put makeup on today to be on this thing because I was like, oh, screw it. I need to just get on this before something crazier happens. This is like the most ridiculous thing. If what before was not ridiculous, this is even worse. Okay, this is sci-fi. This is the science fiction movie directed by Steven Spielberg in the making. This is like this is this Game of Thrones. You know, she should start writing scripts and not be an actress anymore, because this is amazing. So Esme Alice Warner violate California laws for sexual assault and sexual battery. Further claiming that Warner and Tony Chula, which is his manager, did already drop him. So her going against this guy is like, well, he already dropped him. So violated the Trafficking Victims Protection Act. The company founded by Tony Chula has managed the Yes, Rob Zombie, Ozzy Osbourne, and others for over the years. It's also named as defendant in the last claim. Tony Chula represented Warner for more than 25 years. Yeah, so this guy who's such a jerk, right, has the same management company for 25 years. Like, that is so rare to find in any type of entertainment business. Somebody would just trust you for 25 to 30 years. And Billy Corgan is like that. Manson is like that. There's a few people that have that loyalty. So I don't think this guy will be around for 25 years working with him if he was such a disaster of a person. But now he got ties with him and found situation. So Tony Chula was like, oh, hell, I don't have anything to do with this. So he dropped Manson after 25 years. But she's still, she's including Tony in all this stuff because they both trafficked her to make a video that it was never made, of a song that was never a song. I don't know. According to the complaint, Brian engaged in human trafficking when he employed fraud, getting Bianco to the United States to appear in a music video for the song I Want to Kill You Like They Do in the Movies, which I know the song they're talking about, but it was never a video for that song, which is what she's trying to say. The video was never done. And a never made horror film based on the words of Lewis Carroll called Phantasmagoria, which Manson has been obsessed with Lewis Carroll, which is the person that wrote my favorite book, Alice in Wonderland. So I know a little bit about this guy. And yeah, a bit of an interesting character. Not a really good reputation. He was a little bit of a criminal himself. Manson was trying to make this Phantasmagoria movie for since I remember reading about it, since 2008. So I'm not surprised that he kept trying to make it. He kept trying to produce it. So he was trying to get the perfect actress for it. And he trusts Esme to be that person. I don't think that's human trafficking. I think that's like, hey, I got this idea. You want to be in my movie? Oh, well, hold on, but I live in London. Okay, well, no problem. I send you a plane ticket. Yeah. If anything, that's flattering that somebody wants to in their video or in their movie. And she's talking about it like it was, my God, it was a disaster. Like she got tortured and everything. And not even talk about the rape. The human trafficking part is really out there. He promised work opportunities. He never appeared while inserting himself in her visa process. So she is so full of it. Oh my God. And this is really low. I mean, the lowest, they're being thrown this guy under the bus, just like Johnny Depp, for months, okay? But now saying that he human trafficked you because he was trusting you to be the star on a music video, and then also saying that he was inserting himself in her visa process. Like you get a visa, let's say you come to California and you marry somebody. Well, you're going to be in a set up relation marriage visa. You can be in a tourist visa if you come and see me for like a month and I live here. And it's like, well, then you have to go after a month because you're in a tourist visa. It's probably like only 2 weeks these days. So if you come in a work visa, which is hers, it's not that simple to insert yourself on that. Like she's claiming that he insert himself, like Marilyn Manson is like the king of England or something. He has all this power to insert himself on in visa processes, and he has all these connections with human trafficking, and he has his connections with the embassy and to be able to kick her out of the country. I don't think he's all that. I don't think he's all that. But anyway, so pretty much what she's trying to say is that she had to be nice to him and she had to keep complying with his abuse and gaslighting and manipulation, all that, because he was trying to mess with her immigration status. And that is really something really fucked up, to blame him for that. Whatever problem she was having with immigration probably has nothing to do with him. It's just those things sometimes don't work. She has a manager. She's an actress. She was in Game of Thrones. What the hell? Her manager was not doing the immigration process. What is it up to Manson, boyfriend at the time, to do her immigration process? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. She dropped all this today. I mean, the accusations of sexual assault and all that, there have been since forever, but she dropped this today. The labor, unpaid labor, violating the USA laws. She's really going for it. It's really sad for him, and I feel bad for her too, because this pathetic and this I don't know. So she alleged he forced her to perform unpaid labor. His guests, cleaning the apartment. He doesn't live in an apartment anyway. Cleaning the apartment, consulting on his album. Oh my God. Providing incredible backup vocals during the creative process of the album Born Villain. I don't think I'm trying. That album is like whatever. I don't like that. I don't like that Born Villain album that much. I don't remember any girl in the backup vocals. But even if it was, if she lived with him, boyfriend and girlfriend, and she is hanging out and she's serving, making some mac and cheese and hot dogs for their friends, is that labor? Is that unpaid labor? Maybe she's cleaning the apartment because the guy is probably a mess. Is that labor? And maybe she is consulting on his album saying, hey, that's really cool. That's going to suck. Is that unpaid labor? No, that's just a relationship. And that's the part that I don't think that she gets. Like, really. She just doesn't get that. Oh my God, I look so ridiculous. I have no makeup on. I look so bad. I have this candle because we're having a thunderstorm. So that means like electricity can go off any minute. So I got this gigantic candle just in case. Anyway, like it wasn't enough. It's not over. I wish it was. It's not over yet. Like it wasn't enough for the whole rape and sexual assault and the whipping and the biting and the cutting with a knife. That is not enough for her. She has to go in to say that if her immigration process was going down to shit, it's his fault. No, the guy is just a rock star. He doesn't have any pull into immigration. We're talking about here. It's not California. The United States immigration process, you don't mess with that. You're not, like, Manson is not that powerful. I don't believe that for a freaking second that he was messing with her immigration status. And then the unpaid labor as a girlfriend, she's cleaning the apartment and serving, sometimes preparing some snacks for their friends that they have in common. So if I live with you, right? I'm making some, like I said, some mac and cheese and hot dogs. I mean, now I'm getting hungry. And we live together, so I'm making some hot dogs. And then I'm cleaning the mess because you are a mess, just like artists always are. And guys are usually kind of messy. And I'm cleaning up after you. after your friends. That is not unpaid labor, Esme, please. And then consulting on his album, that's not unpaid labor. That is just kind of what you do when you are with an artist. And you can be with a doctor, and you can be, cleaning after him because, like I said, the guys sometimes are messes, and maybe sometimes he cooks and sometimes he cleans. But she's not gonna talk about the times that he did. She's gonna say that she did, like poor little Cinderella. Unpaid labor, that got me cracked up. I woke up today with a text from one of my friends saying you have to get to Rolling Stone magazine today because this chick filed this today. Computer, I'm assaulting. I'm assaulting my computer by doing this. See, it's a whipping. I woke up to this and I thought, well, what else I can do? There's 100 million videos on YouTube about Esme, Marilyn Manson, and Richard Wood, all these girls. But this is like fresh out of the oven and ridiculous. Like I'm saying, somebody should make a movie about this, like science fiction, like a Star Trek mixed with, real crime. That would be kind of cool and ridiculous. So yeah, unpaid labor because she was hanging out at his house and making some food and cleaning the mess once in a while. And a statement to Rolling Stones, why Rolling Stone magazine is taking the time, I guess because he's a musician, I don't know, it's kind of embarrassing. Esme noted that her role in the Phoenix Act, the California law that expands rights for domestic violence survivors, championed by actress Richard Wood, who was also accused, this is not a coincidence, who also accused Warner of abuse. Millions of survivors like myself, this is quote unquote what she's saying, millions of survivors like myself are painfully aware our legal system is far from perfect. She's from the UK, so I don't know our legal system, what the hell she's talking about. Esme says, this is why I co-created the Phoenix Act. She has to finish with that. A law which provides precious time, additional healing to thousands of domestic violence women. Oh, it's right here, women. So, like, okay. So I guess if you're a guy, if you are a boy being abused by your parents, if you are a guy being abused by your girlfriend, you're not a part of the Phoenix Act. They don't care. They do care, but the way that she worded is really bad. But while I fight for more of a legal system, I also pursue my rights to demand my abuser be held accountable using every avenue available to me. Very important, the last part. Every avenue. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and now Rolling Stone magazine. But like I said, as fucked up that this is, I think it's kind of good that she filed something because now his lawyers can go like, okay, we're gonna counter-file this. So now it's not just an Instagram witch hunt against him. It's more of a, okay, now we're filing. He's gonna have tons of evidence of Esme's past and even how they met and the stuff they were into and the stuff that she was into before she met him. And all that is on the internet. No matter how many times she's trying to clean it up. You can go, I was not going to say this, but I'm going to say it. You can go on Pornhub. I never go to Pornhub. I went because I was looking for this. You can go there and type Esme Bianco. And, you're going to see the Game of Thrones scenes, which are great. I really like that show, and I like her as an actress. I don't like her as a person. And her scenes are pretty risky, but it's Game of Thrones. So what the hell are you expecting? There's going to be murder and rape and blood. It's Game of Thrones after all. So you're going to find scenes from her. Somebody just left the thing. You just went to Pornhub. Okay. Just have to take my word for it. So you're going to find scenes from Game of Thrones. So you're also going to find one scene. I can't post it here because she's topless. That is from scandalplanet.com. And that scene, Esme is seen in a couch, touching herself, trying to seduce this guy, kind of hypnotizing him. It's a little short scene, but it's right there. Then also there's something on YouTube that is called Planet Esme or Esme 51. She tried to delete that, but it's there. is there. And on that video, she is spanking people. She's more of a role of a dominatrix instead of a slave. She's spanking people. There's pictures that I'm going to post probably tomorrow or later. My God, it's almost midnight here. That she has her little champagne bottle or champagne glass over this guy's back, and she's holding a leash around his neck. This is all good and fun. I'm not kink shaming. I'm not bondage shaming. I'm not being judgmental. But when you have that type of life and then you blaming the guy for having that type of life and trying to have the little game in bed and in the bedroom with you, there's boundaries. I don't think he crossed them. This is just my opinion. I think that he did. Oh my God. I think that he did what he does. Okay. And I think that she's taking advantage of that. He's the weirdo. He's the weirdo that even in music videos, even there's a video with Johnny Depp, the video of the word Satan, the number 10 instead of whatever. It's Manson. That video, Johnny and Manson are going around the bed with white powder on themselves, which represents whatever you want it to represent. And there's like gonna have naked girls and they're going around. This is what he does. Okay. Even when he was married with Dita during the New Age of Burlesque album, he was married. Even on that video that he's married, he has girls around him. This is kind of what he does. So using his art, if you want to call it, his lyrics and his interviews and everything that he ever did against him is the lowest of the lowest scum. And I think that she is. And I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. So we got the rape, the torture, raping my unconscious body. I wish there was just that and we can analyze that. And then I am pretty sure he didn't do it. I firmly believe that he didn't do that. But then her claims as unpaid labor are so ridiculous that it kind of takes away of the seriousness of the first part of the file, which is about her being unconscious with drugs and him taking advantage of that. That's awful. It's an awful situation, and this is not true. And I hope this never happened to her or to anybody that I know or that I don't know. But after, when she started talking about unpaid labor because she was cleaning the house a little bit and making some snacks for people to eat, she lost me right there. She lost all credibility and she lost me. And she's going to lose other people. If she was smarter or her lawyers had more brains, she would have just filed that part, the sexual and the torture part, and not claim the unpaid labor, because that makes her sound so dumb. And I thought that she was smarter. I guess even Rachel Wood is a little bit smarter than this one. Also remember that she had a great career when she was in Game of Thrones. She was great on that show. And then after that, what the hell she did, So I think she has a different motive than Evan Rachel Wood. Completely. Total different motive. And she's loving the attention. She's posting pictures on Instagram of her face running mascara, and the caption says, like, not everything is what you see. This is me after a day of crying. And this is me being abused. I mean, she really is getting, in psychology, there is something, this is a high. She's high. She's high on this abuse, and she's high on being a victim. Nobody gets famous for being a villain. Nobody gets famous for being a neutral person, kind of a boring, basic person like I am. But if you are a victim, you get everything. You get the opportunities. We're talking about her. But she's getting it. She's getting all the attention. And blaming somebody for your immigration failure, that is not only ridiculous, preposterous, but it's so messed up. I think this is what happened. He said, hey, I kind of want you to be on my video, and I'm kind of making this movie, kind of, because like in Hollywood, in the music industry, and the business in general, you don't know. It's not Wall Street. It's not a business. You're not a doctor. It's a business that kind of comes and goes. So I think what he did was, I like you. I want you to be in this film with me, and also I kind of want you for this video. I want to kill you like they do in the movies. That's the name of the song, which is a real song, but there was never a video for it. And she said, okay, cool. That sounds exciting. But I'm in the UK. He was like, okay, cool. I sent you a plane ticket and you stay in a hotel. And then they start getting together and then she moved in with him. I see all this as a very normal actress, director thing. And there's nothing wrong with that, especially if they work together. So when they lived together, she was making some snacks. I feel like an idiot even saying this. And she was cleaning the apartment a little bit. Like, again, he's probably a mess. And that is unpaid labor. That is just maybe being a good girlfriend and just making sure the guy eats. I don't know. So when she says unpaid labor, and that he was messing with her visa status, that I can't take this serious. If I was taking it serious at all, now I'm not. And it's going to be cool because a lot of people are going to think the way I think, and they're going to see how ridiculous it is. This is like taking Amber Heard, Amanda toward Amanda Pann's status of ridiculousness. When Amber Heard should have stopped at he threw the phone on my face and give me a bruise. She should have stopped at that. But no, she went to he tortured me in Australia. He did all this, and they lose. They lose credibility of all of us, not thinking they're puppets, they're idiots. And it's not cool to ruin somebody's career and to ruin somebody's reputation just because you want attention, just because you think the guy owns you something, just because you were ghosted or cheated on. Don't do that. I know for a fact that you can't mess with somebody's immigration status by just trying to interject. It takes more than that. It takes the cops. It takes the FBI. It takes the immigration. It takes, if you come in a work visa because you're a model, an actress, whatever, or let's say a singer, it's not that simple. They don't just kick you out. It's not how it works. And she's making it sound like he's this master, lord, gangster, that he has control over every government, part of the government ever, labor, immigration, all that. To hell with her. This is like pure bullshit. And the fact that she's also suing Tony Kula, which is his manager, they already dropped him, is so absurd and strange because he's suing somebody who already dropped him. So I don't know if this was drafted before he dropped him, but it was filed today. It's fresh out of the oven of bullshit. Unpaid labor. It's unbelievable. I can tell you so many times that I felt like that. I was making breakfast with my ex-boyfriend. So that was unpaid labor. That I was like washing somebody's nasty underwear or doing the laundry for some weirdo. That's unpaid labor. I should just go to the USA, labor department and just make a complaint, just like she did. But nobody will listen or care because I'm nobody. Well, to this point, she's nobody too. Whatever sympathy I probably had for her, I don't know, maybe a couple of years ago when this whole thing started, that she didn't name him, but she started the role. I kind of believe a little bit of what she said. Now, it's totally stupid. It's borderline. No, it's not borderline. It's completely stupid. So this is the thing with Esme. I can't show this in any way, but you're smart and you have a phone or a computer, so you can look this up. Not only in Pornhub, you can find her. Also, on YouTube, Esme 51. Okay, Esme 51 is a short. It's only a few minutes. She made wearing latex and all this stuff. She made that years and years ago before she got into Game of Thrones. Um, she's playing the part, you know. She even has, I have the picture and I'm going to post it somehow if I can figure this out. She has um, tights, you know, stockings. If you are a woman, you understand this. Stockings, and guys will think they're leggings. I don't know. And the stockings, in the back of the legs of the stockings, it said, "Bite me, kiss me, whip me." I'm like speechless with that. Somebody sent me that yesterday. And I thought, I mean, I'm not kink shaming. That's the thing. But using all that against him, all the stuff that he was into and she was into, obviously, because okay, her on the top of this guy, like like if he was a pony or a horse, she's on top of him. And she's wearing latex, this guy's wearing red, almost like the guy is you know, a little slave or whatever of her. And this is kind of what you do if you're into that type of thing. Then there is well, I'm going on Avon. I'm not gonna go on Avon Project. Then there's this thing, the another thing that she's wearing latex, more corsets. So this is the thing with her. If she says that he starved her, I got right here her measurements. Okay, that has not changed through the years, at least what the internet says. So Esme Bianco, date of birth, May 25th in England. Now she lives in LA. Okay. Gemini, actress, model, voice actress, neo burlesque performer, and it doesn't say bondage model, but anyway, ethnicity white, religion unknown, hair color light brown, eye color blue, sexual orientation straight. I don't know how they're sure of this, but anyway, weight. How much she weighs in pounds? 121 pounds. She's super thin because she's an actress and you have to be thin. This is not Manson starvation thing. This is her being an actress and weighing 125 pounds. So her height is 5'8". I'm 5'6", so she's taller than me, and she's 120 pounds, and that's cool. You know, she's an actress, so that's a good shape. She is cute. She has a cute body. That is not a person who starved. That's a person who either worked out or is always on a diet, or maybe she's naturally skinny. For her to say that he starved her when she had this information on the internet about her weight, waist size, her waist is 24 inches. Okay, and also you see pictures of her with corsets and bondage latex corsets back in the day because she was skinny. Otherwise, you can't do that type of outfits and that type of work. You can't work in movies or TV shows if you're not thin, usually. She's thin. She was thin before and she's still thin. Period. You go to her Instagram and she's posting pictures of her bra. You can see the collarbones. She's skinny. She's a person who's naturally skinny. I don't believe for a second that he was starving her. I don't. I don't believe for a second that he was human trafficker, you know, whatever. I don't believe for a second that he was exploiting her in the way that she's saying. I believe that he was maybe a slacker when he said, "Hey, just move it. We're gonna make this video." The video was not made because this is what happens a lot here in California when you have some type of artistic venue. Sometimes you have all these ideas, right? And then it's like, oh shoot, it wasn't made. Oh shoot, we lost the money. Hey, now we're not gonna make it. So then she moved in with him. And that's when she was like unpaid labor, slave type of thing, cleaning for him and cooking for him, because God knows that sucks to do for your boyfriend. No, it doesn't. We do that all the time. Women do that. Men do that for their girlfriends. Men do that for their boyfriends. It's just called a relationship. And you might say it's kind of unfair if you're the only one doing all that. It kind of sucks, but that is not unpaid labor. So I'm going to leave it at that because I'm going over and over about the same thing. Human trafficking is not, hey, come to the state. I want you to be in this movie because you're awesome and you're beautiful. That is flattering, and that is not human trafficking. Hey, can you just just leave the hotel, just move in with me, and we're like get along, and then we start having sex, and then maybe we fall in love, and then he told her that they were soulmates and all that. That's kind of stupid and sucky if he did that, but I don't even believe that part either. Even if he did that, that is not a crime. Having a girlfriend in your house and she is making you food is not a crime. It's not illegal. He might be a slacker, but that doesn't make him a rapist. He got her a plane ticket to come here. That's not human trafficking. He was trying to help her. I do believe that he was trying to help her with the immigration process. She's saying that he was messing with her immigration process. I don't buy that for a second, because I don't think Manson is that powerful to go to immigration and just all with his makeup and his face and just go like, I'm here to claim that this person is illegal, so kick her out. No, he doesn't have that power. Immigration doesn't work like that. It takes months, if it's like maybe like a whole year or so, to actually investigate a person. She was not in trouble with immigration. She was not starved or hungry. I believe that maybe she was awake for days because she likes cocaine. And I'm not shaming the drugs. I'm not shaming the fetish. I'm not shaming the sex. I'm not shaming nothing like that. But again, she's putting women in a position that is very sad. It's almost like we just have no power over anything. We're just like these creatures that, we lay down and we get sex. People have sex with us, and then we clean their houses, and and then and she never say no. There's no documents of any of this. She didn't make videos or record or audio like Amber Heard made with Johnny, and Johnny made to Amber Heard. Both of them were making audios. You can say the audios are completely ridiculous, but at least there's something. She never made audio of him. She doesn't have any proof that she was isolated. She has no proof that it was torture and it wasn't consent playing around. There's no proof. There's no proof of human trafficking either. That's a really hard one to prove, and it's a really low, shitty thing to say to somebody. That's messed up. Anyway, I'm gonna go make some tea and fix my face. I can't believe I just came in with nothing. There's nothing on my face. Yeah, probably not even Esme Bianco can pull this off. Starving, she was always skinny, 120 pounds and 5'8". Pretty tall, pretty thin, just like every actress out there. Skinny, probably, I'm sure naturally skinny, or probably she hits the gym a lot. That's not starvation. Being awake from drugs that you took, yeah, it might be good or bad. Depends what cup of tea you're drinking, but it's not illegal unless you're a minor and he's giving you drugs. She's no minor. She was pretty much between 30 and 35 when she was with him. Yeah. Esme, you're full of shit. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of videos on this, but I wanted to just come out and do this because she filed today. And I hope that his people counterfile this. And I hope that she gets in some type of defamation lawsuit eventually. And maybe everything just drops. Or maybe, just maybe, Manson settles and gives her $10 million. Like Johnny did with Amber. And that's it. And that would shut her off. If she was really abused, if she was really human trafficking, I think there's no money in the world that can settle that, and it can make her feel better about that if that was her past and what happened to her. So if she end up agreeing with money, the money that he might have offered, because he has plenty, that shows right there that she didn't get raped or tortured or human trafficked. It shows right there that she lied. Another thing is, it's going to be very hard for her to prove any of this. It's a big step. It's a step forward that she filed in court. This is official. This is not BS. It's not Rolling Stone magazine saying that she filed this. It's a step forward for her. So I guess good job. Filing in court is better than yapping on Instagram and being a victim. Like I said, Nobody pays attention to you if you're not a victim these days. After a lot of movements and stuff like that, and I don't want to put everybody in the same on the same category. I think there's different cases here, and I think there's some nasty sharks out there like Harvey Weinstein and people that did horrible things to girls, probably boys too, in California and all over the place. But this is not it. There's no proof of any of this. So what I think is a bit of a witch hunt, which is ironic because he always talk about, witches, and there's even a song that he made for the TV show Salem that talks about witches, and he's very much into all that. And I think what they're doing is they're doing that to him. If you follow American history, I don't know. I'm kind of ignorant when it happens to other countries, so I'm sorry. But if you follow American history, it happened here a lot in Salem, Massachusetts, and also all the places that there was hysteria between these people. They'd be like, well, that girl has a black cat. She might be a witch. Burn her. And then, well, if we torture you enough, are you going to give us the names of the other girls who are witches? Get her. This girl is having seizures. They didn't know what it was. Back then, it must be demonic possession. Burn her. I feel in that hysteria was disgusting and horrible, but that was like 300 years ago. That should not be happening these days. And that was, in a way, cancel culture of that. There's a whole generation of women that die because somebody didn't like the way they look, their lifestyle. If you were, for example, my age and you were single, no children, I have two kids. So I guess I'm not a witch. And you happen to wear a lot of black, and you happen to have cats and not dogs, and you happen to not have a man, you must be a witch. So what's the difference between that and canceling Johnny and Manson just because they're weird, just because they have an addiction problem? And it's sad. It's sad that they're being thrown under the bus just because their lifestyle and their personality, and in Manson's case, the way he looks and his videos. If you follow him, and you just have to read the lyrics, it's all over the place. And pretty much what these girls did is they just grabbed the lyrics and the videos and his interviews, and they molded it into something that it seems evil. When in reality, if he was doing all these things, they wouldn't be on the open. He would have got caught a long time ago. You can't be raping people and making them scream and torture them and nobody around you saying something. And again, there are portraying him as he is a mobster and he has so much. Manson is not that. He's a little guy. He might be a rock star, but in the big picture of things, when it comes to government and laws, he's just a little guy. He's not a king, the king of England. He's not the vice president. He's not the president. He's not in Congress. He cannot make laws. He cannot mess with somebody's immigration status. He cannot human traffic people just because he's a rock star. I just don't believe it for a second. And that's when she lost me right there. When she started with the human trafficking, and unpaid labor, the whole Cinderella story. I mean, who hasn't? I can't believe I still have no makeup on my face. I look awful. I really don't care because I think this is way more important than whatever my face is. Who hasn't been in a situation that you get, you get to make some food for your significant other because they're lazy? Who hasn't been in a situation that you kind of doing somebody's laundry? Who hasn't been in a situation that you clean the apartment because the guy is not getting it done or the girl is not getting it done? That is not labor, Esme. So I think that she's putting any tricks from her butt, from her hat, that she can do. I'm not a PR person and I'm not a lawyer. I work in mental health and I'm going to be a psychologist and I'm studying to be a criminologist. So I cannot say from a point of view, from a lawyer point of view, that what she's doing is stupid. But what she's doing is stupid because she should have just left it at the sex thing. When she start putting other things in there, it makes it so unbelievable. And there's plenty of channels saying the same things. I talk to people at work, and the people, and they're not into the, no, they're not, they don't even like Manson. And they tell me, that kind of weird, dude. That doesn't sound right. This sounds like a witch hunt against him. Manson and Johnny are best friends. They call each other brothers. Manson is the godfather of Johnny's daughter. And that's a big deal, when you trust somebody so much that you're going to get them to be the godfather, the godmother of your children. So is it a coincidence that this is happening to both of them? Johnny, I think Johnny's is way worse because, well, no. I mean, they're equally bad. And please don't tell me, this is what I hate when people say this, the following. Well, they're millionaires. They don't need money. They can be canceled and they can be in their mansion for the rest of their lives and they don't need money. Well, excuse me. Everybody, this is not only an American thing, but it's just a human. This is a human right as a person, as a human. It's a human right to make a living and to pursue happiness. And that can be cleaning the trash for the street, and that can be making music, that could be being a chef. It's your right as a person to pursue your happiness without hurting anybody else. And if you're hurting somebody else, you'll be persecuted, investigated, and maybe persecuted if you're found guilty by the law. Until then, he's innocent, just like everybody else. And that's it. He might be a weirdo, but that doesn't make him a rapist. Johnny Depp might like red wine a little bit too much. That doesn't make him a rapist, a wife beater. Like they have that article in the UK. I'm going to talk about Amber in a different video because she just deserves. I think Esme Bianco got so much today out of this. And she won. She's winning the attention contest. If the attention was inevitable to win the most, it's on Esme now, today. And it's going to be probably half of 2021. I do hope, if anybody knows if his lawyer responded, I hope that they do. I hope that they use these accusations from her to actually say, hey, no. And look into her past, as a model, as an actress, and look what she did. And that is the way to get her. And I hate to say this because I don't like shaming women on their lifestyle. I don't like that. But he might have a case if he looked into her past. My thumbnail for this video is Esme wearing latex, holding a chain. Probably it's a fake chain for a photo shoot. She was into this years before she met him. She was a burlesque dancer and a bondage and a fetish model before they met. They met through, this is really weird, they met through Dee Talontis, which at the time it was his wife. And he liked her, but he probably didn't do anything with her because he was married. And then he wanted on her video. I don't see anything wrong with any of this. It's going in 48 minutes talking about Esme. And I don't think I'm going to talk about her again. Then I want to give her more attention because unless he counts their files. And another thing is her mental health. That's a big deal because she's claiming to have post-traumatic stress disorder. All of them claim the same thing. They're not claiming depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, you name it, whatever. All those is at least 23% disorders that they can claim. They're claiming post-traumatic stress disorder. Okay, well, you don't diagnose yourself. You gotta go to a doctor, not even a counselor, a psychiatrist who prescribes medication has to diagnose. There's an intake process that lasts hours, and it's a pain in the butt for the professional and probably for the patient too. You get a diagnosis back in that moment. And then you can post on Instagram that you have this, you get that. I wouldn't, I think that's pretty stupid to be posting your diagnosis out there. She says she has post-traumatic stress disorder, and anxiety, and it's all caused, not caused by her past and all the stuff that all the men did to her, all but caused by Manson. Um, and there's no proof that she has this. She never ever wrote to Wood either. Neither of them gave proof. All it takes is a document from your doctor saying that you have what you're saying that you have. It's very easy to obtain. Records, medical records, freaking super easy. There's no proof that she has what she has. Also, she posted on Instagram a picture of Instagram with some pills. Oh my God, it's like the most staged picture ever. It looks like Amber Heard's Amanda poop pants picture of Johnny's Depp drug paraphernalia. Remember, there's a table and there's lines of coke. It might not even be real coke. I don't know. And there's a glass of whiskey. It might be iced tea. Who knows? It might be whiskey. None of those things are really, the coke is not even illegal if you're the one taking it, if you're not selling it, at least in California. So she staged that picture the same way that Esme staged that picture with her pills. And her caption, look it up. It's on her Instagram. That in the caption says, "This is what I have to take every day because of what he did to me." At that point, she wasn't naming him, I guess, but she was already included. Since 2018, she's been working for the Phoenix actors. She's been saying she got abused. She didn't name him until now. So I got I got PTSD. I'm all messed up in the head with this trauma. Diagnosing myself. I'm posting pictures of pills. Who know what it is? It can be vitamins. It can be pictures of pills for something else. You might have anemia, antibiotics. Who knows? Why do I have to believe that in face value? You are an actress. You lie for a living. You cry on cue on your movies, and you're a good damn actress. So why would I believe that? Not only there's no proof of her diagnosis, there's no proof that she takes medication. There's not even a nurse. Like in Johnny Depp, there's proof that she got the finger because he took pictures and he went to the emergency room and oh my God, it was such a bloody mess. There's proof that happened. There's proof. I don't think the bruises are real. There's proof. There's audio showing you the toxic relationship that they have and how they were screaming at each other. Fucked up shit. So you can actually just listen to that and be like, oh my God, this is so messed up. You can see the picture of his finger. This is so messed up. There's no proof of anything on Esme and Manson, on Manson from Esme. So what I need to believe, in order to believe, I mean, this Rolling Stone magazine fucking article that came out today is a shame. And it's a shame on people that are actually being human trafficked right this moment, and on boys and girls that are being raped right this moment, and in people that have mental health issues right this moment. What she did is shameful in every way possible. So what we need from her, YouTube and everybody, especially YouTube, everybody talk about her, is and about them, records that you have, the diagnosis that you have, created by your interaction with him or not, that you have what you have and that you take a medication for it. Records of some type of emergency room or some type of something that you have to go to because you were bleeding, you have bruises, you got cuts, you hit your head because he was fighting you or raping you. Records of something, pictures. There's only one picture of her back that I don't even think is her back. If you take a picture of your body being abused, let's say I have a bruise, right? I take a picture of my shoulder. I need to include my face on the picture somehow, because otherwise it could be anybody's shoulder. So a picture of that, including her face, maybe co-workers saying that they saw at face value what she was saying, which, oh my gosh, she was all messed up. I saw it. There's nothing like that. There's no phone call made to the police. There's no, the human trafficking thing is going to be very hard for her to prove. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to prove. Nobody's gonna believe that. There's proof that there was a hotel she was staying. Yeah, he was paying for it. That's cool. I mean, that is just him being generous, and kind of taking care of her. I don't think that's a crime. There's proof that that plane ticket was bought. There's no proof that he was messing with her immigration status. That's going to be very hard for her to prove. There's no proof. She didn't get deported. So obviously he didn't mess with her immigration status that bad. There's no proof of anything. But guess what? There's a lot of proof that she was into the stuff before they met. There's pictures of her holding ropes, chains, mounting some type of dude as the dude was a pony or a horse and getting his hair, pictures of her giving another girl spanked. I can't post all that. Nobody can post all that on YouTube or anywhere. Instagram totally banned all that stuff. It's not like back in the day that you could do all that. But if you go on YouTube or Pornhub, it's right there. You'll get a type. It's Esme Bianco 51 or Esme Bianco planetscandal.com. Get it. I mean, don't go right now and get it. We'll get it whenever. There's pictures. You just have to put model Esme Bianco. Make sure you put Esme, not Esmeralda, whatever. Esme Bianco fetish model, fetish work, or you find all this stuff. I think that she was trying to clean the internet for a couple of years. Somebody told me that, but I don't know if I trust that person or not. But that she was trying to clean the internet, and it's really hard to clean up the internet these days. I don't take her role in Game of Thrones as a prostitute into consideration. That's just acting. But everything else that she did, it goes exactly with the stuff that she's talking about that he did to her. The tying up, the participation in any of this type of, it can be choking, it can be breath play, it can be hip. I mean, there's so many little different kinks and fetish. Fetish is not just letting somebody tie you up to a chair. There's a lot of fetish. It could be like she could be stepping on somebody's face, he could be stepping on her face and whatever. She could be fed freaking cherries with a blindfold. That is a fetish right there. And that is not a crime. I'm pretty sure there was consent. Maybe there's not paperwork of that consent on a piece of paper, but there is that consent. Otherwise, you would have proof of the non-consent somehow. Another thing that gets me is if he's such a criminal and such a predator shark and torture out of a horror scary movie, will he be doing all that with people around? In the tour bus, in the hotel, people can hear you screaming. Will he be doing all that? Being famous, might be getting caught. He will be doing all that? No. There's other accusations from this girl, Love Bailey, which is pathetic, that she says that he put a gun to her head in his apartment. Will he be doing all that? Without getting caught on a tour bus? I mean, as well as you can be the boss or anybody else because everybody else work for you. At the end of the day, people are people. And if they see that, oh my God, they're going to go to the police. And even if they get paid by you, they see a girl tied up and screaming. I don't think he did. I don't think he did any of that. And I think if he did, it was consensual. Like his Instagram. The last post from Manson that we got, 60 minutes, really? Oh, because I just can't. I just can't. Okay, Esme, we probably are not even, she's probably not on YouTube watching anything. She's probably just getting, the thing is, like, she is mentally, I can't diagnose her either, but my opinion is that she has got into this victim mentality, which just reminds me of the witches and back in the day she's got on this mental victimization, weaponizing is called, of the truth. And the truth probably is that they were playing little sex games and stuff. She just molded like Play-Doh, the way that she wanted, the way this sounds good. But the thing is, like, it sounds stupid. And I'm not the only person that thinks that. So she's weaponizing, she's using victimization, and she's using sex and torture and things that do happen to real life to people as a weapon. Not only that's shameful, it's pathetic, it's sad, it's defamation, which at least in the United States is a crime. So you might not go to jail for defamation, but you're gonna get canceled. You're gonna have people are gonna drop you. You're gonna have to pay a couple $1 million for defamation. I think that's why Johnny is doing that to Amber, not to get money from her, but to clean his name. Because to this day, I talk to people that still think that he did it. And no matter how much I can put it on the table and the audio and the proof that she got his finger and all that, some people still think he did it. And that's sad. And again, don't come and tell me that he doesn't need pirates, that he doesn't need the money because he has a lot. It's his art. It's what he likes to do. If I was abused by anybody and I get on Instagram, oh my gosh, and I make a post about, oh my God, my boyfriend or my ex-boyfriend or whoever, the neighbor is doing this to me. You know what my friends will say? Or anybody who knows me will say, they will say, I'll go pick you up. We'll go to the police station now. Or I'm going to go and kick that guy's ass. Probably my real friends will say that. There is no responding. There is no Instagram police station situation here. Today she filed. She made it official. And I'm kind of glad she did, because from now on, it's just going to be shame and ridiculousness and looking like a fool. So just wait. All the videos going to pop out, or they haven't popped out already. So I wasn't sleeping on it. I didn't just got it on my head. This happened today. So I want to talk about it. I guess there's two people watching, or they're happy watching, or they're not watching no more. I don't know. Sometimes YouTube lies and says and just shows things are not true. But if you are, I think I turned it off. Why would I turn it off? See, I don't know what I'm doing. The live chat is off. Anyhow, if you want to say something, even if you don't agree, and tell me why you don't agree, I'm all ears. I'll listen, but I'm not going to sit here. And I like Manson as a painter. I already said in all the videos, I don't like his music that much anymore. I respect him as an artist. I like his paintings a lot. I am not going to sit here just because I'm a woman and be like, what an asshole. I can't believe he did this. Oh my God. I'm not. I'm just not. And I'm going to make a video later after I eat something. Oh my God, I'm just so hungry. I've been starved by Manson right now. And tomorrow when my kids come over, when I make my kids, my two children's food and clean up after themselves because they're lazy, it's going to be unpaid labor on Esme Bianco's book of lies. And if I ever go out of town because somebody wants me to go work for them, it is human trafficking. And if I ever let anybody tie me up or put a blindfold on my eyes or do any type of funky stuff like that, it's torture. No, it's not. And I hope that he has a way to prove all this, and then the truth come out. The truth always comes out eventually. It might take 2 years. I don't know. And I hope that his mental health and his physical health is not hurting by this, because can you imagine? I mean, we get to see Johnny going to court, going to events. Johnny Depp was just in Spain promoting a movie. You get to see him. The guy's walking, with a messed up finger, but he's walking around, he's working. Okay, that makes me kind of happy, and it puts me at ease that he's doing something with his life and he's healthy. I don't know. about what Manson is doing. And it's very sad. And you don't have to be his friend or his girlfriend, his wife, he's married now, to sympathize. Anybody who has been in an abusive domestic situation, abuse is really broad. It cannot just be punching you in the face. It can be emotional abuse. It can be economical abuse. It could be human trafficking. It could be verbal, and it can be physical. Anybody who's been in those, I have been in all those. It's a shame that she's doing this, and she's making all of us look like shit, and she's making men look like crap as well. And she's making people that are into fetish and bondage, she's making them look like crap. I said the word crap a bunch of times. Okay, gotta go eat.